gentlemen, job seekers, dream chasers, professionals around the world, welcome to the most career-defining show of the year. This is Pitch Yourself, Battle of the Job Seekers, where joining of your dream job begins with a pitch and your passion. Right here, right now, our talented contestants are gearing up to present their skills, experiences, and dreams to our prestigious panel of judges. Our renowned judges, experts in the art of talent recognition, are posed to make the most critical decision of the show. Who will land dream job? But of course, it's not just the judges who decides the fate of our contestant. It's all of you, our worldwide audience. My name is Abimbola Adewole, and this is Pitch Yourself, Battle of the Job Seekers. So without further ado, let the battle begin. Pitch Yourself, Battle of the Job Seekers, where talent takes center stage and career dreams come to life. The world is watching and your dream job awaits you. It is, we have two contestants. Let's meet ambitious individuals ready to prove their worth and claim the spotlight. On the show tonight and the interview tonight, we're definitely going to be looking at four contestants. We have Badmus Abdullahi. We also have Victor Abidemi Oreowo. We have Charles Olumese. And we also have AJ Emmanuel Agua. I will proceed with the profile of Charles Olumese. Charles Olumese is a detail-oriented administrative expert based in Ibadan, Oyo State, with a strong aptitude for organization and track record of delivering efficient office support. He excels in managing diverse responsibilities, including scheduling, document management, and problem-solving. Charles boasts exceptional interpersonal and communication skills while maintaining a high level of discretion to ensure smooth office operations. He is also proficient in both French and English. Possesses excellent time management and brings patience and empathy to his works. His past experiences include tutoring French, teaching students to read, write, and speak the language, and assisting professors in coordinating French language classes. Charles holds a Bachelor of Arts in French from the University of Benin, and is certified at the Navy B2 level in DELF. His passion for contributing to the society is evident. It's evident through his volunteer work and numerous certifications, demonstrating his commitment to personal and professional growth as we'll speak. So Charles, if that profile is right, we want to welcome you to Pitch Yourself, Battle of the Job Seekers. Thank you for joining us, Charles.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm really grateful to be here. Thank you for having me, sir.
Okay, we also have Victor Oreowo. Victor, can you hear us loud and clear?
Yeah, I can. Good afternoon, everybody. I apologize for the inch in the transmission. I actually trying to log in with my system, but it wasn't working for a while. So I have to use my phone. Thank you. My surname is Oreowo. Thank you, sir.
I do apologize for that. Victor Oreowo.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Talking about Victor Abidemi Oreowo is a dedicated professional with a strong commitment to self-improvement and corporate growth, excelling in effective communication and working well under pressure. He says he brings an excellent team spirit, ability to handle sensitive data with care, and selfless dedication to the workplace. Victor's academic background includes a Bachelor of Education in English and a pending Masters of Art and Education in English from the University of Ibadan. He possesses a variety of soft skills such as proficiency in MS Office, organization, and an in-depth knowledge of US and Canadian visa application processes. Victor's personal skills encompass people skills, attention to detail, and ability and the capability to meet deadlines. He has an extensive work history, including teaching positions at several educational institutions, demonstrating his ability to work effectively with minimal supervision. In addition to his professional skills, Victor is also a versatile individual with talent in singing, reading, writing, and playing musical instruments. His strong work ethics and proficiency in various areas makes him an asset to any organization. Victor, that's you. Thank you for joining us on the Pitch Yourself Battle of the Job Seeker.
My pleasure, sir. I'm also happy to see everybody in this platform. Thank you, sir.
Let me go straight to my judges. I have Daniel Anazia, is a distinguished journalist with over 15 years of experience, having worked with leading Nigerian media outlets. He possesses a deep passion for women capital development and media/communication, demonstrating exceptional skills in diverse and challenging work ethics environment. Daniel holds a Bachelor of Science in Industrial Relations and Personnel Management and pursue postgraduate studies in human resources. He has enriched his knowledge through various workshops, including those by Bloomberg Media Initiative for Africa, Multi-Choice CNN, Google Africa Academy, International Center for Investigative Reporting, and more, making him an esteemed expert in journalism and women capital development. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Bimbo. It's good to see you again after a while. You know, I believe you're looking fresh.
Thank you so much. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you for sparing your time to meet us today and be part of this initiative. Yes, we also have here Temitope Bamidele. TAI is an accomplished business growth consultant and woman resources executive with a decade of experience specializing in improving customer experiences for businesses. She provides training and mentoring for career professionals. Certification in various related fields. Her impactful work has benefited over 7,000 professionals and entrepreneurs. She is a recipient of award recognizing her contribution to skills, employability, and women capital development. I want to say a big welcome to Temitope. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me on the show today.
Thank you.
My pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. We are excited to have you as a judge. 7,000 professionals, entrepreneurs that you've affected their life. It sounds as if I've not even started at all. You've done so well for yourself.
Thank God for this for impact. I believe you've done maybe the same or more. You're doing a good job yourself.
Thank you so much for sharing that thought about me as well. The 4 candidates today have been shortlisted from the job show database for a unique live stream Zoom interview, aiming to fill the virtual role for a college representative for administrative duties. This competition platform will be broadcast live across our social media platforms, television and radio channels worldwide. And it is imperative for all contestants to be aware of the processes, or you call procedures. The interview emulates standard job interview with the distinction of being publicly streamed. The panel of 2 or 3 members will pose a question each and host 5 questions, and the host will definitely ask 5 questions to the job seekers. Every candidate is allotted a minimum of 60 seconds and a maximum of 120 seconds for each response. Question and assessment will be drawn based on skills, self-introduction, experience, scenarios, and management ability. The selected candidate will be offered a monthly salary of 50,000 by the employer, and non-selected participants, talking about contestants, will receive a token of appreciation valued at 10,000 naira for being part of the process. Job show will present the shortlisted candidate to the employer for final approval, as the decision is solely based on the employer. In a situation where the candidate is still not suitable for the position, the candidate will still be awarded a one-time initial salary of 50,000. The shortlisted candidate for this role will be announced 48 hours from today on Job Show social media platform. It's also important to know that this is a recorded show that will be streamed on all social media platforms, so audiences all over the Yeah. My name is Abimbola Adewole, and I am excited to be part of this as we begin on the show. So, Charles, Victor, AJ, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir, I can
Victor,
hear you,
can
sir.
you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, then. Can you hear me, Temitope?
I can hear you.
Daniel, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Thank you so much. The process will begin as we have two active candidates in the maiden edition of the Pitch Yourself. We have Charles Olumese and we have Victor Oreowo. So there are 5 questions that will be asked from my table. And of course, we move the questions back to my judges. Temitope will ask 1 question. And of course, Daniel will definitely also ask a question. But the 5 questions will come from me as the host. This is a Pitch Yourself battle of the job seekers. My first question will go to Charles. Charles, this is for you. Can you provide a brief yet impactful self-introduction that captures your unique blend of personality and what drives your passion for this position?
Thank you very much. My name is Charles Olumese, and I am a very competent individual who is keenly interested in administrative roles. I am very interested in the smooth running of businesses to make profits and accomplish their goals. I am organized and I'm also capable to, I'm very capable to multitask on every level of the task. So I am one of my passions, one of the values that drive me towards this role is my devotion to guaranteeing safe and easy running of business activities. I have great organizational abilities and I am skilled with digital tools that aid smooth running of business and smooth running of the office duties. Skills that would include the Microsoft Office suite, tools that will also include Asana and other digital tools that can aid smooth running and smooth management of the office. I'm also a person of integrity that makes it possible for me to be trusted with very important information and I'm also a very discreet person, sticking to the rules of discretion as it comes to office information and office data. So I am patient. I am also a team person. I can work with a team. I love to bring in my innovative ideas and my listening ability to share and rub minds with those in my team. I also encourage that people in my team participate to the best of their abilities and make sure that the team attains each defined goal that we set for ourselves. So this is just a brief information about who I am and why I
Thank you.
or what I feel about why I'm ready for this
Thank
role.
you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. And that same question goes to Victor Oreowo. I'll take that again. Can you provide a brief yet impactful self-introduction that captures your unique blend of personality and what drives your passion for this position? Over to you, Victor.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon once again, and good afternoon, everybody in the house. I'm Victor Abdemi Oreowo. I'm indigenous of Ekiti State, Ijero local government, and I started my educational ambition from New Creation College, New Creation and Primary School. Then I went to Christ School, Ado Ekiti. After that, I gained admission to University of Ibadan, and I'm currently I'm having my master's degree there. I'm a very calm person with ability to listen to students. We know that education is an integral part of any culture, any country. We know that education is the bedrock of development. So I listen to students, then observe them, give adequate advice, give impactful recommendation, and with the training I had as a teacher, I'll be able to gather in various experiences in which I have taught in different skills, so I know what's the role of an administrative personnel do in the organization. One of the role is to be a guide, then as a role model, gather information and being able to guide the students in the way in which they should go. And
thank you so much for that. At 120 seconds spent. Thank you so much. My second question, I'm going back to Charles, and this is a skill question. Skill question, Charles. Could you describe the key software or tools you are proficient with when it comes to virtual administrative tasks? How have these skills improved your efficiency in providing administrative support in a remote work setting? Do you understand that question, or you want me to take it again?
Please take it again, sir.
Okay. Could you describe the key software? Could you describe the tools, the softwares you are proficient with when it comes to virtual administrative tasks, such as this position? These skills that improved your efficiency in providing administrative support in a remote work setting. What are the skills you have that will support and aid the success of this position you are applying for? Your time starts now.
Thank you very much, sir. I am very skilled with the use of the Google Cloud and the tools on the Google Cloud, such as the Google Docs, the Google Sheets, and the Google presentation, the slides. And so I also have developed skills with the use of Asana, which can be used for follow-up and organization of different projects. So I also have proficiency with the use of Microsoft Access. Microsoft Access is just a basic database tool for storing of information, database of company, whether it is about records and information, basic information. So I also I'm also very proficient with the use of the Zoom app for meetings, and also the Google Calendar for scheduling of 1 or 2 of meetings, which is something I could also use Asana for scheduling and assigning of tasks. So I've listed these tools, and these are tools that I am also improving on, but I already have a good level of skills using these several tools. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for that detailed skill answer. And let me go back quickly to Victor. Victor, are you with me?
yes, sir.
And can I take that questions again, or you already have the question?
Yes, sir.
Clear the doubt.
You can take the question again,
Thank
sir.
you so much. It says here, could you describe the key softwares or tools you are proficient with when it comes to virtual administrative tasks, such as this position? What are the skills you have that will aid your success in this position, being a virtual administrative assistant for a US-based college?
I have a skill in the Zoom conference organization, in which we can use, because of the distance in which everybody can communicate effectively. Then Asana also, then Google Meet can also be used effectively. Then we have PowerPoint slides in which we can actually input different guidelines, different topics, different things that will be slide in which the students also can have knowledge of. Then then invoice, Zero for invoice and payments. All those things, those payments in which the participants want to pay, we can also improvise on that. And excellent skill in Access, in Microsoft Access, to generate informations. These are the skills in which I have.
Thank you so much for sharing that deep thought with us on your skills. I will definitely proceed to the third question, which is a scenario question. And I'm not going to go back to Charles. I'll go back to you, Victor. Then after you take your turn, then Charles definitely can move in as well. Scenario questions. Are you ready for this, Charles? Victor?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can. Yeah.
Okay, this one says here, your third questions. Imagine you are supporting a professor who is conducting an online course for students across different time zones.
Right.
They urgently need a schedule, a virtual meeting that accommodates students from Asia, Europe, and North America. How would you contribute? How would you coordinate and communicate with the professor and student to ensure a seamless and inclusive meeting schedule? Did you hear that, or you want me to take it again, Victor?
You can. I can hear you, sir.
Do you want me to take the question again, or?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes, sir.
let me take it again. Please come with me. Imagine is a scenario question.
All right, sir.
Imagine you are supporting a professor. You are working with a lecturer who is conducting an online course for students across different time zones. For example, you are in Nigeria, I am in the US. Different time zone. They urgently need a schedule, a virtual meeting that accommodates students from Asia, Europe, North America. How would you coordinate as the virtual administrative assistant with the professor and student to ensure a seamless and inclusive meeting schedule? Your time starts now.
All right. The Zoom and Telegram will be a perfect channel in which everybody is going to talk effectively without any inch, because Zoom accommodates much people, and also Telegram also, because I've already indulged in this. From my personal experience, I've worked with a certain company in which the person that communicates with us is from US. Then we have different kind of people from different states, and everybody contributes effectively. The only problem is if the network or the medium in which the person is communicating has an inch. That's only the problem in which it can actually pose a problem in assisting both the students and the professor.
Thank you so much for sharing that in-depth answer. Charles, are you ready for this?
Yes, I am. I am, sir.
Okay, can I take the question again?
Is it the same question, sir?
Yes, it's the same question.
I can go ahead, sir.
No, but for the benefit of the show, let me take it again.
All right, sir.
A balanced
Awesome.
procedure. It says, imagine, it's a scenario question, Charles. Imagine you are supporting a lecturer, a professor who is conducting an online course for students across different time zones. They urgently need a schedule to schedule a virtual meeting that accommodates students from Asia, Europe, North America. And the question goes, how would you coordinate and communicate with the professor and student to ensure a seamless and inclusive meeting schedule? Your time starts now.
Thank you so much, sir. So first thing is, I would first of all get their emails, the emails of the students involved, and the email of my professor whom I'm assisting. And I'll make sure that I get that into a scheduled Zoom meeting, which would host the class. And this is important so that I can send them a mail of invitation, which includes the different time zone of each participant, of each student, and the time zone of the lecturer or the professor in this case. And that would help to inform them, pre-inform them, and there will also be a 30 minutes scheduled mail that would go to each and every one of them, which should remind them of their meeting with the professor. So this will be done every time there's going to be a class, and there is also going to be a published a timetable which will show the schedule of each class. Probably is going to be 2 times in a week, or probably is going to be once in a week. So that schedule is going to go out, also get to their mail, the professor and the students. So this mail sent would also include the Zoom link, which will help them to remember when it is time for their meeting, regardless of where they are, regardless of the difference in the time zones. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Charles, for that answer. Victor, are you ready for this?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Victor. This is a management ability question. Management question. Can you describe a situation where you had to manage a complex and time-sensitive project for a team at your previous job? How did you prioritize tasks, coordinate with team members, and ensure the project was completed successfully? Do you want me to take that again, or you are good with it?
Take it again, sir.
Okay. Can you describe a situation where you had to manage a complex and time-sensitive project for a team at your previous job? How did you prioritize the tasks, coordinate with team members, and ensure the project was completed successfully? It's a management ability question. Over to you.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir. We first and foremost, we are going to know the kind of project in which we want to embark on, then have a clear time in which we can distribute it to each and every participant. So everybody is going to bring his own idea, his own skills, his own knowledge, and the projects will be segmented in different aspects. You are going to take this, you are going to take this, you are going to take this, and we will set a target. After setting the targets, we are going to make use of time frame. Before in the next 48 hours, I want this thing to be done. If you're having any problem, kindly inform me so that we are going to talk about it to actually know how we are going to go about it. I think with having segmented the projects, giving each and everybody their own parts, and everybody is going to work on his own on each and everybody's parts, then we bring it together. With these skills, I think it can actually the project can be actually set up and meet with the target time.
Thank you so much. Charles, are you ready for this?
Yes, I am. I am, sir.
Okay, let me take the question again. It says, it's a management question.
All
And
right,
it says, Can you describe a situation where you had to manage a complex and time-sensitive project for a team at your previous job? How did you prioritize tasks, coordinate with team members, and ensure the project was completed successfully? Take us to your previous job where you need to manage time. Talk to me.
Thank you so much, sir. So at my previous job, that was in the University of Ibadan, I worked at the Department of European Studies. There was a time where we were trying to meet a deadline to get the students' results ready, prepare the final year results, so that the final year students could easily have the opportunity to attend the next batch for their NYSC program. So this was a complex situation because at that same moment because I do not only assist the head of departments, I also assist some other professors who are not head of departments. So, but this task was a major task for the head of department. And I had pending tasks from other members of the department. However, the pressing task was the task for the preparation of this result. So it was complex. However, I prioritized the task of the results, and I made sure though the other task from other sources was important, but I moved that to another time. And so I was able to, we were able to effectively prepare the result. And my major role in the preparation of the result was making sure that errors were minimized, because the old department or the old body of committee that was in charge of preparing that result, most of them were under pressure for time, for loss of time. I was given most of those things to check for errors. And immediately I saw the errors, I was able to just correct them on the system. Then we reprinted and gave it back to them. And so because I was able to prioritize that one, the other tasks did not lag, but I did them at another time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Charles. And this is your question, Charles. Could you share a specific example of a challenging situation you have encountered at your previous job and how your experience, problem-solving skills contributed to a positive outcome for your team or employer? Can I take that again?
Yes, sir, please. Thank you.
Could you share a specific example, underline that, example of a challenging situation you have encountered at your previous job, how your experience and problem-solving skills contributed to a positive outcome of your team and employer? Your time start now.
Thank you so much, sir. So my previous experience was during my service year, still under the Department of European Studies in the University of Ibadan. So this situation was where I was assisting a particular lecturer to supervise exams, and at the same time, as a member of the ESCOs for my SDG group, we also had a meeting with the Sustainable Development School focal person at the state secretariat in Oyo State's government office. So the exam was supposed to be the same day as the meeting with the focal person. However, what I first of all did was I made sure I informed the lecturer who was having the exam. I made sure I informed her of how my availability was dependent on the meeting, so that if I wasn't going to come on time, she would be aware of that. And I also made sure I informed my team members, that means the other experts, of my other engagements at the University of Ibadan with the lecturer for the meeting. So eventually on that day, I was able to excuse myself from the meeting with the focal person when my presence was no longer as important as it was at the beginning. And I was able to move back and eventually assist my lecturer who I was assisting for exams, for invigilating an exam, and eventually I was able to carry out the invigilation and round up the exam and get back the necessary files to her later on. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for that details. And in French, they will say "tu parles français."
Oui, je parle français, monsieur.
Bon,
Merci beaucoup.
Bon, mon ami. All right, let's go straight to Victor. Victor, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Victor. And this is your last question, responsibly as Charles has taken is. Are you ready for this, Victor?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Could you share a specific example of a challenging situation you have encountered at your previous job and how your experience and problem-solving skills contributed to a positive outcome for your team or employer?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Now,
When I was working before, it was the company based on traveling stuff, traveling to US, Canada, and those advanced countries. So there's a particular client that came. We've already done the documentation, and we never knew that there was an error while filling it. And though I was the one of the oldest staff there, so the task actually was given to me, but I transferred it to a junior colleagues of mine rather. So after doing it, he sent it to me. So I didn't put a keen interest to it due to the training I have already given to him. I was thinking he'll be able to perfect everything. So the person sent the document. So I now sent the document to the client. After the client have seen it, he dictates an error, and I've sent to the client, and our employer have already seen it. And one of the problem in this issue is that once the employer is not at peace with you, that means that, sorry, in as much as the client is not being getting what he needs, is a dent on the company's reputation and the rest. So the employer have to send an email, a query, then I have to swing into action. Then the reason why I got it personal is that the work was given to me, then I transferred it to somebody else. So I was able to, we actually not submitted it online. So I was able to go to the internet again, correct what is needed, and rightly send back to the client. And both the client, my junior colleagues, and the employer was very okay.
thank you so much for sharing that. Let me go straight to my judges to ask a question to each of these contestants. And of course, after the question, I also need my judges to also give a feedback on each of the contestants in terms of your strengths and weaknesses and what you should work towards in your subsequent job interview. Let me go straight to people say ladies first. I'll go to Temitope. Temitope, please talk to me.
Okay, thank you for going the ladies first way. All right then. I'm Charles and Victor. I want to say first, well done.
Thank you, Ma.
For showing up for yourselves. And you've been making quite a great one. Because it's not time for me to make my comment yet. So I just want to start with a question that I have. And this question applies to both of you. I really appreciate the questions that Mr. Abimbola have asked you so far. But now I really want to get an insight into your experience as teachers and people who provide guidance. So I say that because both of you have experience working with students, with people, building lives. So I want to understand now from the angle of your student. I think the last questions talked about the management or your former employees. Have you ever helped a student in the course of your working experience overcome an obstacle? How did that feel? What were the steps that you took? What I'm trying to see if you understand the kind of impact that your role, whatever name you choose to call it, is either as a tutor, guidance, or whatever it is. But then please tell me, in your experience, when have you ever, just give us one example, you perhaps have many examples. When did you help a student to overcome an obstacle? What steps did you take? And how did it feel? So I think it's okay to go with Victor, and then we'll speak with Charles.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am, for this question. While I was teaching in Akure in a particular school, there was a student. He was very brilliant, but he has no shoe, and his mates usually do make jest of him.
Sorry,
But
can you come back again?
yeah, I said when I was teaching in Akure, I have a student. The boy was very brilliant, but he has no shoe. Most times, the clothes in which the student was they are somehow tight. So I get to go closer to him, then ask some family questions. So in the questions, I was able to know that he has there's no causality between the father and the mother. The mother was living separate. The father was also living separate, and this has a very dense repercussion on students' performance. Though he was very brilliant, but in the terms of well-being and bit cater for is lacking. So I have to pose some questions to him to actually elicit answers from him. So I was able to know that he has family issue. Then we were able to invite the father, though the mother is not living with him. We invited the father and explained some things to him before we know it. And I and my other colleagues actually contributed buying shoe for the students, and we changed his uniform, buy some textbooks, and
How did that affect his performance in school? How did that affect his performance in school?
He was very, very happy. You know, when you are happy, you tend to do more. So he was able to even prove beyond the brilliance in which we were is having. So he was doing better, and eventually he became first in the class. Yeah.
Thank you. That was quite detailed. Thank you. Charles, do you need me to repeat the question?
No, really. An experience with a student that I had at my former workplace was there was this young lady that is taking French as an elective, and so because she's taking it as an elective, she later found out that she had an F basically, and so she just, because she believed in her own abilities and all of that, so she came to me and was like, she had an F in this, and this, and this, and she wanted to apply for a scholarship. She was in 100 level at the time. She wanted to apply for a scholarship for 200 level and all. And so she met me, and I was able to increase her confidence because it was one of two things. It was either she didn't perform well, or there was an error in the not grading now, but maybe filing of the results, or probably grading, but an error on the part of the lecturer in this case. And so first she wasn't able to, approach the lecturer with who graded the course. So I tried to, first of all, increase her confidence, make sure that she was able to see the situation from a point where it wasn't really her fault, so that she can be able to try to look for and make steps to correct the issue. Also, I was able to advise her to meet the lecturer, and the lecturer was even very cooperative with her. She got to meet the lecturer, and the lecturer found out that okay, there was an error, the test score wasn't recorded, and this and that. Eventually, she had an A in the course when the whole process of correction took place. and she was able to do well in French for the following semester, and she was able to apply for a scholarship, basically. So that was what happened in my own situation.
Fantastic. Thank you for your answer, Charles. Okay.
Thank you so
That'll
much.
be all from my end.
Thank you so much, Temitope. And the answer that Victor gave, Temitope and Daniel, reminds me of the phrase, I had no shoe. And remind me of a particular president that says, I had no shoe. And I was wondering that could it be the president that Victor actually taught, or there are so many students that had no shoe? Thank you so much, Victor. Let's go back straight to Daniel. Daniel, your question. After your question, we'll go back to Temitope. Please, Daniel, you have the floor.
Okay. First off, Dimbo, thank you. I bet you told my line of thought there, because that was why I had to ask Victor to come back with that line of his statement when he was, because I wanted to hear that clearly. So let it not be that I'm mistaken. I had no shoe. So he has no shoe. And he was able to do that judiciously. My question is, if you get this job, you are expected to manage the students and the lecturers and all stakeholders. What are some of those things you are bringing in that will help improve, one, the lot of the school, of the college, in terms of finance? How do we intend to ensure that this institution has a large pool of prospective students enrolled in that same institution?
Thank you so much, sir. So what I bring to the table for this role, in order to improve the communication or the flow of information among the students and between students and the lecturers or the professor. Now, this is one of the things I'll bring to the table, which is effective communication. And I'll make sure that communication is seamless, because when information reach its right destination, it is pleasing. And so good communication, I will make sure that information reaches where they should reach, and that would ease the delivery of the lecturer, and will also improve and ease the participation of the students. And personally, for me, one way that I can make sure that I improve finance or influx of clients or students for the college I will be representing, one very important thing is I will be a very good ambassador of my company, of this this institution, because as a good ambassador, once I know our unique, because basically right now I do not know our unique features, but once I know our unique features, it's easy for me to sell that out to anyone that can be a prospective student or prospective client for my institution. I'll be a good ambassador, knowing exactly our strong points and pushing it out effectively. That's awesome.
Okay. I'll get back to you. Over to you, Victor.
Yeah, thank you, sir. The question is how we can actually improve the financial aspect of the college in which we are representing. One thing sure is that advertisements, that's the backdrop of any business. When you advertise, it's going to bring, even if in as much as you are making advertisement, people will know and be aware of a certain college. That's the first aspect. I'm going to advertise on my Facebook, on my Instagram, on my social media, and the rest. for the company and for the college in which I'm advertising, in which I'm being the admin administrative. Then the aspect in finance is that we are going to bring innovation. Maybe the first 5 people, we are going to slash their, what's it called? Just like a scholarship. We are going to give them as a discount of the tuition, a discount. Maybe the first people. You know, that's how universities do. And if people rightly put in for, then the college is going to benefit more on that. Then the third aspect is continuous checking on the students, getting to know their welfare via message. Can send them message. Hope you didn't forget so and so, just to put them in abreast of what is going on. I think with these 3 aspects, it's going to actually, the first one is the information aspect, the advertisement. Once that place is being known, everybody is going to, let me see what is going there. And before you know it, you know, in radio advert and the rest, you do pay. And that's how they make their money. So once the information is there, then in finance will be very okay. And constant checking on the students. Constantly checking on the student, rather. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Dan, for that question. Let me go back to Temitope on comment on each of these contestants. Over to you, Temitope. Talk to me.
Okay, thank you. First, I appreciate again, of course, you for having me to be a part of the show. I count it a privilege. And also, I appreciate Charles, Olumese, and Victor. I would say that you both have put yourself forward. And so my comments are really to help you become better. So we are trying to, we call it a battle. So we are trying to see who is going to maybe win, but I want you to have the mindset that you've learned, you become better just by stepping out. And I believe these comments would also help you even for your future endeavors. So like I said, you both can put yourself forward. For me, for my comments, I would say for strength, I appreciate that both of you have ample experience in the education line, previous ample experience in the education industry. And so you can put that forward. However, first thing that I would like to do as an advice and also like a counsel is that please learn to, for subsequent engagements of this nature, help us to tie your personal uniqueness with the company objectives. I was really looking out for that in all of the questions that asked about this. First, with the self-introduction. Who are you? So when you tell us you are patient, you are calm, we want to see how would patience and calmness help in your role as a college representative. Both of you didn't quite bring that to fore for us. And the last question Mr. Daniel had asked was a very fantastic question. I'll say that it was still missing. That element was still missing. What would you do? How would you actively do it? Fine, we can give discounts, but ultimately that is at the decision of the college. You as a person, what skills do you have that would help you succeed in this role? So I really advise that you analyze what you have, even every training you've ever taken, any certification you've ever taken, help us to see how it ties into what the company goals and objectives will be and how you would now drive that forward. But then I'll also say that when talking about strengths, for Victor has previous experience with the travel company. And so that would really come to play if you are able to, the previous knowledge you have from there, that would help you to also guide the students. On the part of Charles, you have ample experience as well. And this would help you because you already have an understanding of the kind of challenges that college students would have. So you can bring that to play as well, marry both together. So I don't know if I'm supposed to give my score now because we were supposed to rate from 1 to 5. Do I do that now or wait till the end?
Yeah, we'll wait after we, not now.
Okay.
After, yeah, this
All right then.
comes 48 hours after the show.
Okay. All right then. Thank you. I hope this was helpful.
Thank you so much, Temitope.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Temitope. Over to you, Mr. Daniel. Talk to us. What do you have for Victor and Charles?
Okay, thank you, Bimbo. Once again, I must say thank you. You've always have a knack for spotting people on, ensuring that they sell themselves. I remember back in the days that we ran the job show in Nigeria before you jackpot to America and you are still doing this business. It's been a long time coming. From top radio to City FM, we've been there. And we had large pool of followers. It was one of those programs that made those two radio stations had large number of followers till date. I can bet that. For both of them, I must commend you, Victor and Charles. That's a very rich. You've been able to improve yourself, acquiring skills and the certification. On this call that we are on, in terms of your strength, like Mrs. Tokpe said, Victor, your experience handling travel stuff with people kind of gives you an edge. Why for Charles Olumese, you are working with professors in the University of Ibadan, the premier university in Nigeria, gives you an advantage because beyond having experience handling travel stuff with people, there's what we call hands-on deck experience. And I think that is also putting you at a very good competitive position, that you work with professors, you work with students, and then you understand what the university system or collegiate system is all about and how the students are. In terms of your weaknesses, Victor, you let me say this. I'm not trying to dampen you, but I want to say that when you started off, even when Mr. Bimbo threw the questions to you, you appear to do more of like a guesswork. Your answers were, guess. You weren't that too composed. Compared to Victor, who goes straight to the answer, give it to you like he has it at the back of his palm. Are you getting me? For Charles, your weakness is that you've not been able to understand what the immigration challenges are, because these also tend to pose a kind of challenge in terms of getting students. You understand? And then on the opportunities that both of you, in terms of opportunities, I believe that after this time out, you'll be able to go back to reappraise yourself, know where this, what this pitch yourself battle has been able to do, know where your flaws are, and then improve on them if it's for you to acquire more knowledge, more skills, and then you moved on. You understand? That is for both of you what the opportunity is providing. For the threat, you understand? The threat is that one of you has experience in travel in immigration handling. One of you has experience in classroom administration, working with lecturers. So that is the threat you pose to yourself. And for me, as an investor who is running this college, that is why I asked you that question. When Mrs. Togbe asked you to provide your experience, how you were able to solve obstacles with your clients, which are students and all of that. You provided good answers. But my question is because I'm thinking more as a bourgeois, as an investor now, because that is the mindset of the college. They are coming into a system where they are relatively not known, and then they are also trying to see how they can get or break into the market, into the Nigerian market and African market. Hence, they are now sourcing for someone who is on the ground. That brings my question that what can you do to ensure that one, the school, the college presence is announced or noised to the people and people begin to apply into that institution? And then also, how does this improve on their finance? Because they are investing money, paying you salary. And like Mrs. Tokwe said, answer I expected from you was what those things you need to do. Victor, I like the fact that you said you are going to use advertisement, but you didn't tell me the mode of which Mrs. Tokwe pointed out clearly to you. You didn't tell me the mode, whether we're going to use social media or we're going to use digital.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did.
All right. So, and then you also mentioned the fact that you will also be bringing incentives to the prospective students, where maybe early comers, they can have a rebate in their tuition fees and all of that. But like Mrs. Stockberg pointed out, that is not your call, except you push it at the board where they agree with you and you make them see reasons why they need to do this, because they are entering into a new market or a fresh market where they need to break, ground and then begin to make their mark with other established global institutions who already have their influence on Nigerian students, maybe in Canada, US, and all of that. And then you made mention of constant communication with the student, trying to know about their welfare. Well, that is good. For Charles, I like your composure. You give me the answer straight. On this question I asked, I wasn't too satisfied with your response to my question, because it didn't quite appeal to me. But in others, I must say that you were very, very strong. So
thank you so
I think
much.
I will leave that.
Thank you so much, Mr. Daniel. And also thank you for bringing me back, reminding me of how we started the job show way back in Lagos to Abuja, to Port Harcourt, to Ghana, to Kenya, to South Africa, and also for the record, reminding me of how we also stormed the Lagos State House, and also how we were tipped at the government.
With enough CVs from prospective employees.
And how the government of that era also offered us a position, or offered us a seat as a special advisor in that cabinet, which we declined. So thank you for taking me back to that history. I want to say a very big thank you to my judges. I know time is of essence. Temitope Bamidele, thank you so much for creating this time out to talk with us with your years of experience. We're not taking it for granted. And of course, to Daniel, a big thank you as well. 15 years can never be a joke of your life that you've been in all of this. I will also say that we've also had the opportunity to share the same class together in Lagos Business School. So much time as well. And of course, a big thank you to Faith Kodo. Thank you so much, my colleague, and my colleague as well, Divine Asuko. Thank you so much. And the big one, Victor Oreowo and Charles Olumese. In case you are shortlisted as the candidate to be put forward to the employer, and that means you definitely need to move ahead with the employer and discuss all terms. And if peradventure you don't have the opportunity to be pushed to the employer, I can also tell you that we have a token of 10,000 naira as an appreciation for you being on the platform as well. Give or take, every comment you have heard from Temitope and Daniel, for me, as is more worth than or whatever value we're giving you in terms of currency. So that is more valuable, and I'm expecting that you use that as you go ahead in your subsequent interview. A big thank you, guys. I will definitely see you again next week, and we'll catch up again on Monday on our social media. Thank you. Is there any question, Charles? Victor?
Yes, sir. I first and foremost, I want to come and thank the organizer of this program. It is highly impactful and giving us opportunity, giving us more experiences in which we can subsequently use to improve ourselves and society as well. I'm really thankful for this opportunity. And secondly is that maybe if prevention will have a friend that is also seeking an employment, can we also recommend, or how can you tend to help those people in the aspect of reducing unemployment in Nigeria? Thank you
so much. That's a good question, and that's also a valuable comment. We have a platform. You can talk to Faith Kudo. Job opportunities, it is free. We don't charge from the inception of the show. We never charge a job seeker. Charles, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, sir. Mr. Abimbola, I really appreciate your hosting us and the whole queue of jobs. I really appreciate this opportunity. So my question goes to our judges. While you are reading their profile and how they can help them to improve their various career paths. Because frankly, for me,
can you take that again? We lost you in the middle of conversation. Can you take that again?
All right, I'm so sorry. So I said, while you were reading out the profile of our judges, you talked about them hosting programs or trainings or mentorship for professionals who want to improve themselves on their various career paths. I would like to ask how one can get access to such trainings, because for me, like, this is my second interview, and it's not like I have so much of experience with trainings and or exactly how I believe I need more of such lights, just as it has been spotted out in the strengths, weaknesses, and the threats. So I just want to know if any of these mentorship programs can access to that.
Okay, Temitope, you take that before Daniel.
Okay. I don't know. I think I'll have to request your, is it permission now? From time to time, we run mentoring programs and trainings for career professionals. Some of them are free, some of them are paid for. But because this is not my own platform, so I think I'll communicate that with Mr. Abimbola. But yes, you can definitely access some of these resources and events that would help you. Like I said, some of them are free, some of them are paid. As long as you are ready to invest in yourself, and by investment, I don't mean money. There's so much more to do. Even if it is money, if you invest in yourself, you get the returns in yourself back. But yes, I'll be glad to link you to those opportunities if Mr. Abimbola so approves.
Okay, a quick answer to that. Yes, approved. Daniel,
So I'll speak it for you.
Okay. Thank you, Charles. like Mrs. Tokwe said, learning is a continuum. And then you must give yourself to training. Even a professor still go back to the classroom. They learn every day. So we all learn every day. You can go online. Google has made life easier for a lot of us. There are searches, just search Google and look for training in the area you want to tailor your career to. If it is teaching, if it is tech, if it is management administration, if it is human capital planning and human resource planning, there are a lot of those training that you can find. Like she said, some are paid for, some are free. With Bimbo, I trust you are on a roller coaster as far as you're on this call, on this platform.
Thank you so much, Mr. Daniel. And this is where we call it a day. We'll talk to everyone. We definitely need to get the conversation going. A big thank you to the contestant. Whatever the situation, whatever the outcome of this interview is, believe me, you are both winners. And I hope to see you guys again. If you finally start your employment with the employer of this employer, good luck to you. Thank you, guys. In French, we say au revoir.
Thank you.
In Nigeria and in Igbo language, we say kachibo, kachife, odaro, odabo.
Thank you so much, sir. Au revoir.
Double.
Yeah.
Okay.